Rachel and Kirsty crossed their fingers. For a moment no one moved. Then Frostman put the lasso off his shoulder and threw it at Samira's feet. "I do not want to be a superhero anyway," he roared. "It is turning me into a Goody Two-Shoes." To the ice castle. He stamped his foot and there was a blinding flash of blue lightning. Frostman and the goblin disappeared. Samira bent down and picked up the lively lasso. At once Rachel and Kirsty felt their courage flowing through them again. It was like being warmed up from the inside. Samira smiled at them. "I can see that you are feeling better already," she said. "Superheroes everywhere will be themselves again, thanks to you." She waved her wand in a circle and a warm breeze blew around the three of them. It lifted them gently and into the air and transported them from the cave to Samira's apartment in the blink of an eye. Samira flew to the portrait of the king and queen and pressed the ruby ring on the queen's finger. At once the whole wall swiveled around and the fairies flooded into Samira's secret room. "Now everything is as it should be," said Samira, placing the lively lasso on the third pedestal. "My three magical objects are back where they belong, and superheroes everywhere are under my protection again." She turned to Rachel and Kirsty and hugged them. "You have both been truly heroic," she said. "Crimson Crowns, I do not know how you were brave enough to face Frostman without the power of the lively lasso. None of the other superheroes has such strength." "We are lucky," said Rachel, taking Kirsty's hand and smiling. "We had each other." "I will never forget your courage or your kindness," said Samira. "It has been an epic adventure," said Kirsty, gazing around at Samira's apartment. "And it has been wonderful to make a new fairy friend." Smiling, Samira raised her wand. At once, Rachel and Kirsty, dazzled by a flurry of gold and purple stars. When the stars cleared, the dolls were human again. They were back in their seats in Tippington Cinema. On the screen, Dragon Doll zoomed out of the mole's underground lair and into the sky. Everyone in the cinema cheered. "Yes," Rachel called out. "Go Dragon Doll," Kirsty exclaimed. "Thank goodness for that," said the boy in the row in front. "For a minute, I thought Dragon Doll had lost her powers forever." Rachel and Kirsty smiled at each other, thinking of their amazing secret. No time had passed in the human world, but all their adventures with Samira had returned the film to normal. At last, Cinderella and Dragon Doll thwarted the most villainous plans and saved the world. As the credits rolled, Rachel and Kirsty stood up and collected their empty popcorns. "That was such an exciting film," said Rachel. "What did you think was the best part?" "I loved it when Cinderella did a backflip over Mole and lifted the jewels out of his hands before he knew what was going on," said Kirsty. "What about you?" "My favorite part was the happy ending when Cinderella and Dragon Doll went back to their secret identities," said Rachel. "That makes two happy endings for us to celebrate," said Kirsty with a grin. "Shooting stars, this calls for an ice cream. I will race you to the ice cream shop," said Rachel, laughing. "Kapow!"